Hey, this is Pastor Frank with a follow-up to last Sunday's message on Gideon. Gideon is one of those amazing people recorded in Hebrews chapter 11, which is called by many as the Heavenly Hall of Fame, or we'll call it the superheroes, people that were used by God in amazing ways. And Gideon's, I think of all people in Hebrews chapter 11, Gideon is the least likely to be listed. On Sunday, we just were kind of introduced to Gideon, and we got to see him in Judges chapter 6 through Judges chapter 8. And it says in Hebrews 11 that people whose weaknesses became strengths. Gideon's weaknesses are apparent. He was a man that struggled with identity. There's a great scene when he's up there hiding, up in the hills, and he's trying to glean some wheat in a wine press, and God, a theophany, God shows up and says, "Mighty warrior." It's like there is nothing mighty or warrior about me, and yet that's how God sees him. It's how he always is. You know, for you and I, God sees us not just for who we are today, but who we are in eternity, in Christ already. It's amazing. When the Lord speaks into Gideon's life, you are a mighty warrior, and you just don't know it yet. Great. It's a great message. Gideon begins to take a stand for God. He cuts down the altar, destroys the altar of Baal and the pole of Asherah. He becomes influential in the community. He ends up being used by God as he's battling between fear and faith. He's always a man. Can you give me a sign? Can you give me one more? Can you give me a third one? God is patient with us. Gideon so encourages me, because how many times do you and I struggle by how we see ourselves and how God sees us? And if you please read Ephesians chapter 1 this week, when you read about who we are in Christ, because of this is what Jesus did for us, this is how God sees me, and this is truly then how I am. So have fun with that one. It's a good series. May Gideon encourage you this week. This next week we're going to be with King David. He's also mentioned in there. Way more material of David, many more highlights in his life, and yet he has a few issues himself. But we're going to be looking at David as a heavenly hero that just from a young age had this heart that was so soft to the things of God, and it'll be cool. So look forward to seeing you then. Hey, this Sunday after church, the Sacramentos are in town. They're missionaries that we support in a country that I can't mention. And they're going to be just talking about the things that they're seeing God do. That's right after church on Sunday. Should be awesome. Woodbridge, God bless you guys. May you walk in faith this week. May you take a stand for God. You cannot be a heavenly hero. You cannot be a warrior for God if you don't take a stand. May the Lord give you discernment as you make a stand for God this week. In love and in truth, you just take a stand. And boy, does our society need Christian courage. May God give you Christian courage, and may Gideon encourage you. God bless you guys. We'll see you next Sunday. Take care.